Hey viewers, Alan here. Welcome back to the workshop. So I haven't been out here very much just lately, various things, but by the by. So today though I had the chance to get back into it and wanted to do a strip and clean and reassemble of a 3-jaw scroll chuck. So as you're seeing it here, I've already stripped and cleaned it, and we'll have a quick look at some of the cleaning activity because it was an opportunity to use that new flow through brush that I did just recently. So we'll have a look at some bits of that. Now they're all clean, we'll take them out for a rinse off. Been hard picking things up with these industrial gloves on. And that's what you need when you're playing around with this degreaser. It's a very strong alkali. If you get it on your skin, it feels soapy straight away. Well, you might think that's alright. Well, it's not. The soap is the alkali breaking down the fat in your skin. Not really what you want. One thing I've found using this is this stay here is rather pathetic. It's got a couple of little indentations that are supposed to lock it into this position, but it's very unreliable. So I just put this little toolmaker's clamp on the back here, make sure the bloody thing can't fall down and trap my fingers, which it did once. And I'm not giving it the chance to do that again. It's also an issue if you have reason to tip the fluid out, which I did earlier on, change it and put some better stuff in or cleaner stuff in there. Because when you tip it up to try and pour the goop out, this lid tries to fall down on you. Okay, so that's got all the pieces clean. Now this particular chuck is, I think, quite old. It's called the Bernard, so I infer from that it actually even predates Pratt and Bernard. Who knows? It came with some auction lot that I bought. But anyway, now it's cleaned, we've got to reassemble it. So normally when you put it together you use oil or grease. There's an argument for using either. Oil is less likely to actually cause bits of swarf to stick and so on, but grease is less likely to get flung out. I'm going to assemble this dry, or pretty much dry, because I'm just going to put it in a bag and put it away. I don't have any immediate use for it. Okay, so reassembly is going to start by putting the scroll wheel in. The scroll wheel, as it rotates, moves the jaws in and out. So that's got to go in. Now a high quality chuck like this is made with really quite close fitting parts. And that hasn't gone all the way down. Now why is that? Finally, it must have been some sort of a burr there. Anyway, now it's in its correct position, it's freed up. So now we've got to put the scroll, the pinions back in the right spot. They're all numbered, so that's number 2. Now I'm not sure whether number 2 goes, I think we're going to guess that it goes there. So the pinions just slide in, but they're locked into position by this backing piece, and it comes down and engages in that groove so the pinions can't come back out. It's all fully assembled. So I think I said I would use this one for number 2. Right, and this is number 3. And we'll put him in there. By process of elimination, of course, he's going to have to go in there. Alright, so that all seems to run pretty free, so it's time to put the back piece in. Now, before I pulled this apart, I made sure there was an alignment mark. There was already one there, so there's a dot, which perhaps you can see there, and the matching one here. I think that's right. Okay, so that's all gone nicely. We'll just slip these screws in, and then we'll give it an operation check using the chuck key before we start winding the jaws in. As I said, this is I'm sure a very old chuck, but it does seem to be in rather good condition. Although sadly it's only got the one set of jaws, the inside jaws, hasn't got the outside jaws. I'm not going to do these screws up tight yet, just to hold it. And we'll make sure it operates freely with the chuck. It didn't come with a chuck key either, but one of my other chuck keys seems to work. Have this hanging over the edge here a bit. Yes, I think you see the scroll. It's all running very freely, so that's good. I'm going to load the jaws in now. We'll turn it around. I think jaw number 1 has to go in first. So we'll rotate the scroll until the lead, you see it coming up in there, until the lead just fronts. And we slip number 1 in. And that will start pulling that in. Get ready with 2. So we bring the start of the scroll thread around catch number 2. And turn it around and repeat the process for the last jaw. There's the start of it. And we pop him in. And now, hopefully if I wind them all in, they'll all meet in the middle at the same time. And they are all in fact meeting in the middle, so that's pretty good. So let's just back him out and just check the play of each jaw in its slot. Wow, I can't feel any there. There's a little bit of backlash on the scroll, but the jaws don't move at all in their pockets. So it might be old, and there's plenty of life left in this one yet. Anyway, so now I've just got to tighten the screws on the back and put it away till I can come up with something to do with it. It needs a back plate machined up to fix it to, of course. But there we go. Well, that's another project finished. I hope you found the video interesting and perhaps got something useful out of it. And if so, consider pressing the like and maybe subscribing if you haven't already. But in any case, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.